going, definitely.
Well, no, it's not that I'm banting on I'm just trying to end your segment with great dignity.
Oh, I don't know that.
That'll be first.
The cherry blossoms are in bloom.
Well, not you.
Kid Watanabe is just getting disemboweled on my
dignity.
floor right now. He's so beautiful. Wow. Well, you're up next, Dave. You can light up the world.
Oh, dear God, I'm sorry.
The choice is yours. She's going to be a handful of Last Starfighter transform.
I'll try to tie it together. But
so we'll try after this break, right?
Right. Stop making it.
Dave's having parachute day with his shirt, and now he's going to talk about what he feels about it. Dave has the largest Star Wars collection of action figures I've ever fucking seen in my life. I mean, there's the shows like Dr. Phil where they had the sad fuck that had like a mortgage out so he could have more Clone War troopers, and that shit's pathetic. I mean, it's all accurate and shit, but he has an extension on the house because he can afford one, but Dave didn't have that luxury yet.
I'm not that bad.
But my intro was legendary, and now you're just going to pee all over it. No, you have very few Star Wars. Yeah, okay.
No,
you have a room for vehicles, you fuck.
I have a nice Star Wars collection. I won't deny this.
You have too many troops. I
like troop builders.
Okay, just accept it and roll with it. It's
I totally accept it. I'm a geek. I'm happy with it.
So where's your, from that perspective, because clearly you're a fan. You're like a fan. You're already balls deep in. You came once and hoped you didn't notice. You're that kind of fan.
I'm crying inside right now.
I am too a bit. There's a lot of sadness.
It's your turn.
I'm laughing to keep from crying.
I don't know.
Wow.
I'm 50-50 on this, man. I mean, at the same time, Lucasfilm has disappointed us just consecutively. Oh, shut up. You've been unhappy. I've had to listen to it. But ever since since the movies were remade in the 90s, with all the new scenes at it, people have been unhappy. And I don't know, there's a lot of doubt with what could happen with Disney. I mean, it's an entirely new team, that's true, but at the same time, it's, the devil you know versus the devil you don't.
Yeah, I feel like that's not the word.
ILM and all other related fields. I mean, ILM has been the top for filmmaking, and Disney has never been far from there. I'm sure they've traded blows. Anybody knows, they've traded staff, I'm pretty sure. Star Tours, man!
Oh yeah, there's a thought. There's something I read about, was that there's a good chance we could have a Star Wars themed
stunt show?
That's a stunt show, like rides, entire theme park.
Well, I'm surprised
that sounds fucking great.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Disney hosts a Star Wars celebration once, maybe twice a year. I'm not really up on it, so
I didn't know that was a Disney affair.
Yeah,
and they do have their own Star Wars.
Orlando. I follow Edbot.com, and she goes to the Disney celebration almost every year.
Right.
So you see all the costumes, and they do the parade, so I'm kind of surprised they already don't have a ride. Haul me up when they get to where you can be in the firing pods of the Millennium Falcon. We'll just take some Star Wars battle cry. And
dude, any game that can replicate that experience,
yes,
I am turgid for right now.
We'll put you in a sway so you can spin the guns and aim it at everything. Let's do this. Get on this, Disney. I'll move to fucking Florida. It's fine.
I am cocky about it.
Well, I think they do have like one Star Wars ride, because I remember riding it like back when I was 14. It was like you got in.
How long ago was when you were 14?
Fuck you.
Like 15 years or something.
Yeah, it's been a while. But
that's still like the 90s.
Yeah, they had Michael Jackson Moonwalker when I went to Disney World, so that's not there anymore.
Captain EO. That's still going.
I don't know. This was kind of a permanent fixture, so it was straight across from the Indiana Jones thing. So
fucking A.
So they've already had that partnership forever. Anyway, go ahead. Rides, etc.
No, I pretty much made my point there. But there is
half an hour to kill. Keep going.
No crap. But actually, a friend of mine, Duke, did point out a.
Oh God! Don't name drop.
That's true.
No.
Well, he's not listening yet, so
he should.
Quick
prick. The Duke that's painted on your hand.
Yes, my imaginary friend.
He lives in his
house. He did point out an interesting question. Is that since Disney owns Marvel, will Dark Horse get to continue making comics?
I heard that's already done.
That's already done?
Yeah, they're pissed.
Oh, shit.
And by pissed, I mean, who fucking cares? They're independent comic nerds. Oh! That was harsh. Dark Horse, you're alright. I love those steady characters you have, like,
Like, no, wait.
wait.
Shit.
Oh,
No, there's that one book I don't read.
You don't read any of these
Actually,
comics. You don't know what you're talking
They do
about.
my Hellboy books.
But okay,
Yeah, I
fine.
didn't like
If
that.
if Marvel's going to be acquiring the license now to make Star Wars comics, are they going to continue?
Again?
Are they again? Yes, since
Yeah.
the '80s. But are they going to continue with the current storylines in Dark Horse, or are they just
I would
wiping
say
the
they would
slate
clean
and-
slate it.
Oh,
That
that's not a
saves
good
a lot of
idea.
time.
That's
Look, this sounds like they're doing that
That's
with a lot of shit.
decades
You
worth
like-
of stuff.
So, only to you. Demographically speaking, who fucking cares?
Ugh.
Demographically speaking, kids are going to read the fucking funny books, and so are you.
Well, I
Because
mean,
you're addicted.
comic book
Your first shot was free,
wreck
man.
shit all the time. Why would this be?
Yeah, I was going to say, we just destroyed the DC universe from what? The microwave went bad, and or what made the new 52?
No, let's not get into the new 52. That's a whole different
I
show
didn't
in
want to
itself.
because it looks lame. But Marvel seems to be itching towards another reboot because of DC's successful? Anybody?
Question mark?
Question mark.
Was the
Yeah.
new 52 successful?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe successful in the age bracket they've been aiming it towards.
Old dudes?
Single 15-year-old boys.
Oh, that's every
I thought that was
comic
always their demographic.
I was saying, that's like Spider-Man, that's
Yeah, we had
sort of Wolverine. That's comics in general, dude. That's the bread and butter, man. Who else is buying these books?
Well,
There are the grown-ass fucking men with the jobs and the goodness. But they're not big enough. They're not using daddy and mommy's money for funny books, man. You gotta have the bread and butter was always the sad, lonely 15-year-old boy, man. That's why Spider-Man was a Dorcas. That's why Wolverine has impossible power.
He's so impossibly broken.
now this is a completely different subject.
You stop pacing, you're creeping me out.
Well,
Being creepy.
it's warmer here.
Yes.
Yeah, booze
Cold out
will
there.
it.
I'm a northerner. I prefer the cold. Get a window open here. Jesus, people.
That's it. That's all you got. You got the comics aren't doing it, and then the book. No.
We're gonna let that die.
That's your whole thing?
Kind of makes me want to look up the new publications, like what books are coming out that were slated and whether or not they're still coming out from the publishers.
I don't know.
Like shit that's slated for next
I mean,
year.
obviously it's a
Always coming out.
contractual thing, so
Yeah.
it's dependent on a release date and so forth.
Well, I mean, does the publisher, it's going to have to renegotiate the rights because it's no longer owned by LucasArts, the signer of the contract. So I wonder if they're halting their publications or transferring those as is and then...
I think they're just going to run it out and then...
Run out the contract.
Yeah, and then
However
just
long it'll be.
bring up, the real Star Wars comics.
They might do that, and then when the rights transfer, they could do like some of these new manga companies are doing, and just kind of go back and reprint the old shit. Like go
I
back.
don't
and
think
get
you
the
can do that in America. I think that you have to have exclusive rights to still own the shit that you don't own anymore.
No, you can. You have to let their original contracts expire,
Yeah.
and then you can reacquire them. This is how they're doing all these new re-releases. Dark Horse has a lot of
I
them.
want you to imagine in your head approaching Disney and saying, we'd like to keep a contract. I want you to imagine that in your head, and then I want you to imagine the hood being pushed back, and the
Fuck you.
and a lightsaber igniting, and the tail gets cut in half, and you're dead. You're trapped in space while they're burning through the door. That's how that works. They're using the lightsaber to cut through the door. I mean,
They can do
it's
that.
happened before. It'll happen now. We just weaponized them.
They use it to butter their toast. I mean, what the fuck?
You can't do that.
You can.
That's only on Think Geek.
Well, Master, you were right. The negotiations were short.
Damn it.
Oh, yes. Now we're doing this.
Stupid Walt Flanagan. You go squish now.
Yay!
Calling you out, Mike Zapsik, you son of a bitch. Bring it. So we can make money together. Sweet ebony and ivory kind of way. So wait. Your big beef is that the comics won't be the same. It'll be totally discontinued, and that's kind of it.
I'm gonna weep for the feeling
yeah.
that they were. I need someone else to weep.
Got a candle for that.
Ever since the comics started coming out in the 80s, right? Even the Marvel stuff, they've kept some of the continuity from that and
Marvel.
fleshed out,
Oh yeah,
fleshed out
Marvel's
some
really
more.
good for continuity. You're a 13-foot purple dick and wings.
That sounds familiar.
It's sentient now.
Now, granted, they've kept some of the continuity from the Marvel stuff when Dark Horse took over.
Sure.
But the point is that is
I agree.
huge backstory to the Star Wars universe. And a lot of what makes the Star Wars universe entertaining and interesting didn't happen in the movies. It's been so beautifully fleshed out in novels and comics.
Hilarious.
We get to let him finish, then we can.
But it's been so beautifully fleshed out in novels and in comics, and to just steamroll that is disgraceful more than
In
anything.
favor of what now? What is it being steamrolled in favor of? I want to be explicitly clear here.
I'm saying that if Marvel
When?
new
I wouldn't say it's pretty much the dice.
I'm saying if they decide to create a completely new storyline and disregard however many decades of Dark Horse comics, they've had it since at least as old as you. They've had it at least since the 80s, maybe mid 90s.
Okay.
Early 90s.
Just continue. If you haven't
I'm saying that is disgraceful. It is.
I would
unfortunate.
disagree entirely. I would feel like that there's no disgrace left in the. There's nothing left to shame. It's shame has gone out the window.
How could you deny more of what you love?
Even if they start over,
But
then
why accept more of what you love at the cost of
you already are talking
decades worth of talent and story?
Okay, let's remember that you've just basically restated the whole internet's upset with this. It's like, I love Star Wars and somebody's going to shit on it. Now you're just holding it only to the comic field. It doesn't hold any water there either. I mean, it wasn't your property, and you can be upset, but it's their right to shit on it and wear its face as a hat if they choose.
I'm not denying that.
You're mourning what it always has been as far as
you know what it's going to be. Yeah.
Exactly. You don't know. Is it going to be good? It could be good. I mean, Disney's not terrible. I mean, they've got a good track record on a lot of things.
But not comics, no.
No, but
Donald
this
Duck,
could change
number
the thing.
32.
Okay.
The 50-cent double with Archie on the other side. It's fucking amazing. It changed my life because I learned that like 3 pies can be divided into 6. And I was like, dude.
Wow, are you sure this isn't a Highlights magazine?
Huey, Dewey, Huey, Louie over there and shit.
Have you been huffing the dry erase markers?
It's later. When I get to make my salacious points.
Yeah, that's for the post show.
No, he's got
That's the meat and bones, apparently. Where's the passion? Everyone's like, I grew up with this shit. It hurt me now. And no one's like, Pat. They're like, well, you know.
Here in a minute,
It is.
the
And
track doors are
therefore,
going to open and you're going to wake up with the Saul thing on your head while Billy makes his salient points about Star
I'm
Wars.
just gonna, pew, fuck
Do
you.
you agree?
You're older than me. You've loved this longer than me. You've seen them in the theaters more than I have, and yet you're just like, I think I'm scared it's gonna be bad. I'm scared the comics aren't gonna be any good. Shit, man, half the comics haven't been good.
We've already been dealing with I guess, damage to the expanded universe with the Clone Wars cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
You were that Karen Travis nonsense. That's her name?
Yeah,
Karen Travis nonsense.
No, don't go. Don't.
Really?
No, this is Star Wars themed. I will
Fill that time, bitch. Let's do it. You love Karen Travis.
I
She's listening
want to
now.
like the Clone Wars cartoon. I really do.
Why?
Because
No, I'm going to need you to look at this cake that you know is filled with X-Lax and tell me why you want to love it.
because
Because
it's
it's
so
all
pretty.
shitting your pants.
Because it's so pretty. No, but seriously, I want to enjoy that cartoon.
It's a 16-bit cake filled with X-Lax. Now you're going to tell me it's pretty and you still want to love it.
You know what?
We don't have a
That's
button for that.
actually a very good analogy because every time I partake of it, I just feel like shitting.
I was gonna say, you shit your pants every time you watch it.
Basically,
Happy
it's
Mall.
so goddamn bad.
So Clone Wars is Chipotle?
Oh,
Chipotle.
there's another company that won't be advertising with us. No, but it is just
Isn't that real?
It
disappointing.
sounds like you're about to sing In the Jungle every time you say that. You just keep repeating it and it'll bring up a line.
Chipotle?
And as far as the Karen Travis,
Yeah,
That's weird.
as far as the Karen Travis nonsense goes,
Nonsense, I said.
He's got
yeah,
the
My
nonsense
words.
you said.
revenues, yeah.
Not your words.
Karen Travis began writing a Star Wars themed book, Republic Commandos, back in 2006, 2005-ish, after Attack the Clones came out,
Attack of the Clones.
and created one of
Wait,
the...
wait, you forgot to include the Republic Commander video game that came out. Didn't you?
Yeah, it was the
She
book.
got the book
Okay.
off of that.
It was the tie-in to the
I like
video
that
game.
video
That's a
game.
very good video game. Now,
I like that movie.
what she did,